Well, I got cut off there, so I am going to start again. But this is what I think would be a message from our masters, these money masters and all the sycophantic political minions therein. They would say, yeah, we cucked the hell out of you over the years. Now get over it and succumb to perpetual, ever expanding tyranny through financial rape and stealing the wealth of your nation thereby. Right out from under your stupid, brain damaged noses that they damaged. Right? I mean, isn't that what it comes down to? Is that these people have been manipulating us for a long, long time. I mean, we've been cucked for a long, long. That's a new term that's gaining popularity, and well, it should. But a lot of people don't understand exactly how we've been cucked. I've been giving this some thought, but I mean, there's some real idiosyncratic events in our culture and society, and they don't really relate to economics always, but it's kind of a spirit that gets. Now we are cucked economically. In other words, it's a cucking of the male. Okay, this has been going on for a long time to train us to be subservient, to go along with things. And it starts with people, for example, putting on the McDonald's, some goofy looking hat, working for McDonald's or Burger King or something, something they don't want to wear, a uniform they don't like or something. That's a form of cucking somebody. And it's degrading because we all know that these are crappy, what they call, unskilled or minimum wage jobs. But, there's other ways that we get cucked culturally. And we have been cucked, and we've all got to get that. And really, there's not a lot we can do to uncuck other men except to say, look, it is noble to have self-respect, to have dignity, and to say, you know what, there's a lot of guys out there, for example, that are willing to, go and work for what is this strip club they call Chippendales or something, and it's really, to me, it's very salacious, over the top salacious. Now, I'm no prude. Perhaps there's nothing wrong with being a prude sometimes, but let's just say, look, I don't suggest there's no erotic value, okay, for lack of a better term, to men getting naked with women and doing whatever goes on, and you can use your imagination here. Okay, so I don't want to get too explicit here, but it really is cuckling. Okay, you're not going to catch me. Okay, I'm not judging anybody, any guys out there that are into pornography, not just watching pornography, but I'm talking about engaging in producing pornography. If you're willing to go and show your Johnson, okay, and do explicit things, X-rated things, okay. To me, you're cucked. You might not realize it, but you are. That's something I couldn't imagine doing before the whole world. Okay, I just can't imagine it, and I don't. It doesn't have anything to do with saying, "Oh well, I'm just not built like a porn star, and so I shouldn't do that." But the point I'm trying to make here is this cucking, and the money thing. Well, there's a gray area there because a guy says, "Well, this has great erotic value to me," and so he engages in it because of the money also, which is a very attractive force, right? There's money and he gets the erotic value. So it's kind of like a prostitute. A prostitute does things. She sells her body, and she's certainly, I mean, maybe at will, when she feels like it, she gets some erotic value out of the sexual engagement with the man. Okay, so it gets complicated when there's sin involved in these phenomenons, in our cultural cucking. Okay, that's all that, I guess that's the best point I can make here. And that we all are going to feel our share of pain from this thing. You could say, oh, well, like me, I could sit here and say, oh, well, I would never do what those guys are doing. They're making porn, man. I mean, they're having sex front of the whole world. They're doing it on camera and film. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. I'm not judging anybody. I don't think that's the kind of sin that's going to land you in hell. I really don't. But we've got to understand the higher cucking that's been taking place, and it has to do with raping us financially. That's what we've got to understand. This is going on right out from under our noses. So while a guy, he's raping you financially, and there's a lot of them out there. I mean, there's just so many businesses that are special interest businesses, like this business about investing. It does not help everybody when people invest, okay? It hurts a lot of people, okay? So you can say what you want about investing, but if it causes the cost of something to go up, remember who it's hurting. It's hurting the working class, blue collar. It's hurting the poor when it drives the price of something up. And that's where all the value comes from in the stock market. Without the labor, without the people working in these factories, there'd be no profits to take. There'd be no market to manipulate, no prices to fix. It's the workers, okay, that are being cucked, your average, everyday, regular people. You don't have to have a great skill to be greatly valuable to society. And this is where, again, honesty comes in. Honesty, if people are honest, they will say there's nothing to refute in that statement. Okay, that regardless of if everybody on earth had a PhD, a master's degree in their chosen field of interest, we're all highly educated and highly credentialed out there. The fact remains that we need, absolutely, unequivocally need people doing mundane, tedious jobs day in and day out in the transportation industry, in the factories, in all the service-related jobs out there. Why on earth would you want to deliberately be evil and dishonest, because that's what you're being, to deny that fact that these are very important jobs? Why would you want to marginalize and subjugate those people doing those jobs for you in society? Okay, that's evil. Okay, that's what you are. I am making that judgment call, and I'm saying, look, ask yourself why you would do that. You say, well, it benefits me because I save. The prices would be too high if we had to pay everybody fairly a living wage and let everybody realize a middle-class lifestyle, okay, then I lose. Again, that's where it comes down to. People know in the back of their mind, we've all been trained this way, that the goods, if everybody possesses the same good you have, there's nothing special to it, then it loses its luster, right? That's what it comes down to. And I still haven't come up with the term. It's in the I looked it up and I found it. I just, for whatever reason, sometimes simple terms elude me. But there's a term for it's a scientific term for what I'm trying to convey here, and it plays on people psychologically. So there is a great resistance to allowing everybody to be free, to be middle class, to allowing the ship to turn, for the train to be on another track, and to see steadily growing wealth equality, which is the opposite of wealth disparity. Okay, that's an anathema to the current trajectory we're on. This is why I say that Trump's got to first get the train to stop, okay, before he can get it on another track. So it's still going. Like I said, it's a monster that's got legs. It's the beast that we've kept feeding and feeding. And so many have been forced to feed it, including myself. That's why I say I'm culpable too. I mean, I hate this system. I despise it. But yet, you see me, am I a hypocrite because I keep using Federal Reserve notes? Maybe I am. God knows I wish I wish California, my native state, would go to their own currency and say, no, we don't accept Federal Reserve notes here. Okay, we don't have to secede, okay, from the Union, okay? No, this is not an assault on being a United States of America. This is an assault on the Federal Reservists, a private group of not even quasi as far as I'm concerned. They ought to have their own security. The taxpayers shouldn't be paying for this crap, for the FBI to go investigate counterfeit money. No, they need their own private security. Okay, I mean, it sickens me that we have to kowtow to these people. We don't have to. And God knows, I wish that some governor, I don't care if you're a socialist like Governor Brown or whatever you are. I mean, and, you know, I'm not even sure he's a good socialist half the time I see his policies. I mean, he's trying to fix stuff. Why does stuff keep getting worse? Why we got the 50 billion a year going into Section 8, and California's getting at least like 5 billion because we got over 10% of the population of the whole country right here. So, yeah, it'd be great to start in California. I'd be open to any state, setting an example. Let one bug stand up, and they all will try to stand up. That's what we need to do. That's where we need to take this thing. So, like I said, folks, to understand the kind of stuff I'm trying to get across when I try to teach a little economics, supply and demand, free markets, capitalism, I try to help people understand that, look, it's simple. It's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery. But you've been confused and dumbed down and made ignorant by deliberation. They don't want you to have that empowerment, that basic understanding. It says, look, I have equal rights. I'm equally entitled to a fair shake, and I'm not getting it. And I want to demand it. Okay, I demand sound money. Okay, I'm not okay with this social Darwinian dog-eat-dog survival of the most ruthless system that we've built. And I want to see the wealth disparity shrink. I want to see real progress. Define real social, political, economic progress. Okay, I just want to keep it really simple, and these are super important things. Super important, but I'm not all that confident that we're going to be able to do it. That's why I say we need God, no doubt about it. He's working through human beings, but at the end of the day, none of us are so important because things haven't changed. So it's going to take some monumental event of biblical proportions. That's what I'm talking to shake people out of their slumber. And Jesus made reference to this, that something big has got to happen to get people's attention to say, look, you better start being honest. You better damn well start being honest. And understand, yeah, there's some people that are going to feel some pain that have been loving their lives in this world and reveling in the evil social, political, and economic system that we've got, this crony capitalist, fascist kleptocracy we've got here. Okay, this is a mess, man, and it's serious. And people are dying. So you think it's just a joke talking about economics? And no, it isn't, man. Homicides and on and on. I mean, it is so screwed up. We've just got to take it seriously. So being honest is not some kind of a luxury anymore. God is trying to be gentle with us, but we've got to get it, man. Okay, he doesn't want to have to whack us over the head, but we've got to get it. We've got to be honest. The train has got to stop, okay? We've got to stop cost of living inflation, stop rising taxes, stop the increasing burden, give the people relief, stop the train, put it on a new track toward shrinking wealth disparity, not through Robin Hood precepts of taking from the haves to give to the have. No. That just creates animosity. No, we have to see this as allowing the have-nots to have through sound economic policies. Okay, that's it. We're natural market forces. Lead the way. It's nothing that has to be forced. But you can't just protect the criminals. You can't have what you had in '08. If you have true capitalism, you have a market correction at that point. There's risk involved. There's competition involved. And you got to let people fall on their faces. So this is something we should not forget. Okay, if you forget history, you're destined to repeat it. We've got to be serious about extricating ourselves, and all of us are getting our share. I'm getting my share, believe me. I want to beat the hell out of myself sometimes in trying to escape from dwelling on it all. I wish I could stop my mind sometime. You see how much I write. I got to write my thoughts down. It's a great relief for me, but I get tired of it. I wish I could just drift away and not deal with it. Okay, I am so tired of dealing with the system, but I'm entrenched in it. I'm immersed in it too. It's embedded in my reality, just like it is for everybody. So we're all sharing the pain, whether you like it or not. We're all together on this one little planet. We are inextricably interconnected in every conceivable way, socially, politically, culturally, economically, psychologically. Okay, we're all interconnected. We've got to give a damn about each other. Okay, the things you want for yourself and your kids, your family, you better damn well want for other people and their kids and their family. And you better be real. And you don't have to answer to me, but you will have to answer to God. And God's not stupid. If there's one thing he's not, that's stupid. And he's not going to buy a lot of psychobabble rattling around in your head, my head, or anybody else's head here. Okay, we've just got to be honest. Not intellectual, honest.